Witness a medical marvel this Sunday for the first time on U.S. television. Go inside the operating room and witness brain surgery live. The 2-hour special is on Nat Geo. Here with the details, Dr. Jonathan Miller, a member of the surgical team. Good morning to you, doctor. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you.
Great. Now, can you tell us about this procedure?
Right, so this procedure that we're doing on Sunday is going to be implantation of a pacemaker wire deep into the brain of a man who has early onset Parkinson's disease. Our goal is to implant an electrode, which is very small, about 50 thousandths of an inch wide, into a population of cells that are hyperactive and causing many of his symptoms. And when we stimulate those cells at high frequency, it'll calm them down and bring his brain back into healthy balance.
Why do you think this is so important for this to be televised?
Well, I think it's important for a number of reasons. The patient himself actually volunteered for this because he had put off having the procedure for many years because he was afraid of it. And whenever he actually had an opportunity to learn more about it, he found that it was not as scary or as dramatic or as painful as he had imagined it to be. And all of us sort of want to demystify this for other people who could potentially benefit from the treatment. At the same time, increasing public awareness about what is possible with neuromodulation I think will help us to potentially to reach more patients that suffer from other diseases that have similar causes.
Now we're taking a look at the patient right now. He's shaking there. He's going to be awake during the procedure. Why is that, and what does this mean?
Right, so the patient has to be awake for these operations. There's a couple of reasons for this. One is that we actually listen to the cells in his brain as we're implanting the electrodes. We actually are able to hear what the cells are doing, what they're saying, and that's important for us to accurately localize where we need to be. And when he falls asleep, his cells fall asleep also. But even more importantly, we want to make sure that whenever we do turn on the stimulator, over the long term, he's going to get good benefit without side effects. And there's no way to test that without actually having him awake to verify we're in the right place.
Will this stop his shaking?
Right, so his tremor is his biggest problem, and this is probably going to make a big difference for that. It's not his only problem. He also has difficulties with stiffness and with slowness of movements. It's going to help that as well. And in his case, his biggest symptom at the moment really is not so much tremor, but the side effects of the medications that stop the tremor. Many patients who suffer from diseases like this get great benefit from medication, but with side effects that are almost as bad as the disease we're treating. The treatment is almost worse than the disease, but not quite. So it's a trade-off. But he ends up being very disabled by his side effects. So by doing this, we'll stop his tremors, we'll improve his other symptoms, and we'll be able to cut back on the medications, which will allow him to have fewer side effects.
Oh, he's going to be so thrilled. Can you tell us more about who will be on the surgical team?
So that's actually a very large multidisciplinary team. None of us could do this alone. I'm very fortunate to have a team with broad expertise. I'm assisted by Dr. Jennifer Sweet, who's also a neurosurgeon when we have the same specialty training. There's a neurologist named Dr. Benjamin Walter, who will be doing helping us with the mapping of the brain and with stimulating the test to make sure that we're getting good benefit. He's also the neurologist will be responsible for managing the patient later on, getting the medications under good control and programming the stimulator over the long term. We also have a dedicated neuroanesthesia team. Dr. Michael Altos is leading that team, who will be keeping the patient comfortable and safe during the operation. And we have a team of nurses, technicians, who all have important roles to play in the operation.
Right. Well, my brother is an anesthesiologist, so if you need a spare person, let me know and I'll send him right over. Thank you so much for your time.
Great.
It has never been done on U.S. TV until now. See brain surgery live with Mental Floss this Sunday at 6 p.m. on the National Geographic Channel. To see a preview, just head to the website right there on your screen.